All right. No, just making sure we was logged in. Hold on, give me a second. Let me zoom this out just a little bit. Um,
Riverside. Record, edit, publish, and promote your podcast all in one place. Record your podcast solo or with guests.
Hold on, give me a second real quick before I get started because you can barely see, huh? That's funny. Oh, there it is. It's okay. I'll open it for you. Dang, that white is going crazy. Look what came in the mail Saturday. Oh my God, you guys, look what I got in the mail. Yes, it did come in the mail. I'm official. It's official. And it feels, so official. That was just my little praise report. Because I got that in the mail over the weekend. Let's go ahead and get started with Mr. Kevin. Remember, we're dedicating Sundays to True Crime Sundays. So, I got here when I got here.
January 3rd, 2024, mother of 4, Kayla Atwood, dropped her 2 youngest children at their daycare. She never returned to collect them. The investigation into her disappearance began by tracing her last known movements and interactions at the daycare with neighbors and catching a ride from a new friend.
Do you guys know she drives or what she was driving that day? A U-Haul?
Like kidnapped the mom. And that's what he told me.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Nobody has even reported her missing yet.
Oh, okay.
I said, Kevin, you know the woman I got 33 minutes. That little about you.
As the pieces began to fall into place, all signs pointed to just one.
Kevin. From Just Thought Lounge. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me see if I can put myself in the chat. And then that way you can just watch along. If you haven't seen it already, child, he dropped this today, of course. And so I was just trying to see what was going on.
Suspect.
Ooh. I'm talking about knocking like the police. Look, I bet he gonna say it.
Pensacola police!
You gonna hit that door with respect. Yeah, what's up?
Who is they? Coming to the door like that, all extra aggressive. Who the hell ain't knocking on my door like that, like the police? I thought he was gonna say that.
Hi,
Knocking on my door like the police.
I'm Kevin.
It'd be amazing when it is the police.
Welcome to Just Thought
What's up,
Lounge.
Kevin?
Today's case is about an exhaustive investigation. It begins by following the most obvious lead, but then takes a few
The
unexpected.
Good Doctors. Is that on TV or is that on YouTube? Look, let me. Who is The Good Doctors? Is that YouTube or is that TV? Oh, that's TV. Okay. She she done came over here on YouTube. I mean, it ain't, 2024. Okay, I've never heard of. So said, I've never heard of The Good Doctor. That's an interesting one. I wonder what's that about. What's what happened when the case of this young lawyer, OCD. Okay. 2017. Wow. Okay, so you must be a fan. Oh, Green Boy. I'm alive. Yay. Okay. Second. I believe you're probably the second person talking in the chat, I believe. Congratulations on being alive. Listen, that is something to rejoice and be glad of. Indeed, for sure. I am too, if you ain't noticed. But I'm here too. I'm alive. I'm definitely alive for sure. No, I mean the leaderboard. Oh.
Turns. Let's take a look.
Let me finish eating my food. Let's see what's going on. Kayla Atwood. I don't know. And we just see what happened.
On the morning of January 2nd,
No, sorry.
2024.
You ain't got no moderators in the room?
Pensacola, Florida, responded to a routine call.
Or do you need to be a moderator? Look, tell me you need to be a moderator without telling me you need to be a moderator. I see damn people. Okay. All right. If you want to be a moderator, just let me know.
Welfare check at a home on West Belmont Street. Though this call
Where
out,
are we? I didn't get it.
police in Pensacola, Florida, responded to a routine call for a welfare check at a home on West Belmont Street.
Shout out to them welfare checks. Who called it?
Though this call out would mark the beginning of a case that was far from routine.
What's up, little man?
How are you? Great.
The caller had expressed concern for children in the home who had been left alone during the day.
Uh-oh.
But when officers arrived, they found the eldest, nearly 12 years old, and a 7-year-old safe and well. Their younger siblings were at their regular daycare. While they spoke with the boys, a white truck drove past the house. It must have been recognizable to the kids, perhaps one that their mother usually drove, though it went straight past the property without stopping.
You all doing all right?
That's my mom.
That's your mom? Well, that's a coincidence.
Ooh.
Just passing the truck.
Y'all doing okay though? Just make sure everyone here is doing all right.
There was nothing in the interaction that caused the officers any alarm. The children were roughly of the age to stay home alone for short periods.
Now, this is kind of like a judgment call.
It's
When
11-12, right?
yeah.
It seemed fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we just came to check on you all. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Take care. Yeah, that's.
We're getting off to a rocky start already. We're getting off to a rocky start already. There was no follow-ups or nothing. How long she had been gone? You know, you got to contact. Oh, God.
Yeah.
They just left.
Yeah. I mean, that's not. They don't look like they unkept or anything like that. Okay. Okay. All right. Sound good.
Officers left without making contact with the children's mother.
So the truck drive by, he said, "That's my mom." No red flag. Okay. Oh. Ooh.
Navan, the number one rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel
it's a
in
rough
one
start
place. Flights,
already.
hotels, cars.
Let's push through. He gave us 37 minutes, honey. And she got a snack.
Atwood was 32 years old and between jobs in January 2024. Single mother to 4 children aged between 1 and 11, Kayla was a hands-on, fun-loving, and affectionate parent. She adored her children, and they loved and admired her in return. Kayla also loved to sing and dance. She had a close relationship with her mother, Linda, as well as her sister, Lizzie, her brother, and her sister-in-law, Teresa. Family and motherhood were the most important things in Kayla's life. So, on January 3rd, when Kayla did not return to her children's daycare in the evening to collect her youngest, alarm bells began ringing. Her mother was contacted to collect the children, and the family mobilized to search for her. Calls to her cell phone went unanswered. Messages across social media were unread. She had not posted any new content across platforms, an oddity in her regular online behavior. Indeed, she posted photos and a video of herself with the kids playing on their bikes outside just days earlier. Her sister filed a missing persons report, while other family members reached out to the media.
It's not like her at all to not pick up her children, and especially for her not to come home or call someone, say anything, not be on social media.
She loves her kids.
Linda.
And she know a lot of people love her too.
Amen.
She has a very strong family connection. She has a sister. She has a mother that will help her. She has me.
Ooh.
Amongst the first stops for Pensacola police was the children's daycare. They were asked about what other individuals may have been with Kayla. Was there anyone new? Had anyone other than Kayla or the children's father conducted the pickup or drop-off recently? They noted nothing out of the ordinary until the officers asked what vehicle Kayla had been driving.
Do you guys know if she drives or what she was driving that day?
I don't know. You are?
A U-Haul?
I believe a
A Penske or a U-Haul? A big truck?
a moving. You're right.
Oh. Okay. They think that she was driving either a U-Haul or a Penske, but a moving truck.
Kayla was not known to drive a large yellow box truck like the one described by the employees at the daycare. She must have either rented the vehicle or been given a ride from an unidentified person that morning. Investigators had their first lead. It was soon confirmed by security camera images. Kayla was captured on Wednesday, January 3rd, getting into the Penske box truck. It appeared that she was entering the passenger side, though a driver was not visible. Then, after the children were dropped off at the daycare, she was not seen again.
You can see.
Is that it?
I think so. Yeah. But I don't think you can see it.
Are you able to take a screenshot of that and send it to me?
Up in power.
Okay, well, hey, that's good though. So at least we know a Penske truck she was possibly driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you screenshot it and send it to us?
Yeah, I've got two. There's two stills. It doesn't do the video, just the stills, but I'll send you both.
The search for the Penske truck led to the owner of a tire delivery business who leased the vehicles for his employees' use. Only one individual was assigned to drive the truck in question, a man by the name of Antonio, who went by Tony.
He's the only one. He's the only one that drives that truck. I have five. I got 4 trucks, and they designated to a particular driver.
Gotcha. Can I get Tony's name?
Tony was brought into the station for questioning. The Penske truck was searched thoroughly. Officers attempted to identify areas of interest or evidence for further forensic assessment, but the truck was clean. They found nothing of value to the investigation. At the station, Tony was asked about his connection to Kayla.
I don't know if you know her, but her name's Kayla Atwood. Are you familiar with that name? Okay. So during the investigation, your name came up, so I want to talk to you and see if you've had any contact with Kayla or know anything about her or anything like that. But basically, the reason that we ended up here is because you drive like a yellow Penske truck, right?
Yeah.
So that yellow Penske truck is seen on video camera, and Kayla's seen getting into that. So is there anybody?
So go ahead and let that go. Matter of fact, just ask for a lawyer. Just ask for a lawyer. I can't do all that. I don't know. All that. Go ahead and ask for your attorney. free legal counsel, whatever. Public defender, just go ahead. Go.
That you met with this week while you were dropping off tires and stuff like that?
Look,
Yeah.
don't give him no way out.
I had a female riding with me, but she's a dog.
She's a what?
She's a dog.
An adult?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so what is her name?
Damn. All I know is that pretty.
Pretty?
Oh.
Yeah.
Show a
If
picture.
it's a dark skinned female that stayed on yeah.
Yeah. So her family has reported missing, so that's how we ended up here.
Oh.
So can you tell me how you met Pretty?
Online. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tony explained to the detective that he exchanged a series of messages with Kayla on a dating app on the morning of January 2nd, the day before she went missing. She messaged him for a ride. She needed someone to take her to daycare. Tony agreed. After they dropped off the children, Kayla asked to stay with him for a few hours while he made his deliveries. According to Tony, the two spoke casually, but not flirtatiously. They stopped to grab some food for lunch. He dropped her back at her house on Belmont around 2 p.m. The next day, they followed the same routine.
Oh. Okay.
Unfortunately, no one can be
Let's see how this is gonna
told.
end up. I don't know.
Did you see or interact with anybody else?
There was a guy.
In the white truck.
On the first morning that he drove to her house, a second vehicle pulled up behind him while he and Kayla were preparing to leave.
He pulled up and I just was talking to him. And I remember him bagging up, asking me, do she work with me? She was like, pull off. And I was like, what? I just pulled it on off.
Okay. Did you talk to him?
No.
What did he look like?
He was a dark skinned guy. It was like he had a pool kind of truck. I don't know if it was pool stuff on the back.
You remember what color it was or what kind of
It was
truck?
a all white truck, pickup truck.
You were older.
Older truck.
Okay.
Like a work truck.
Kayla told Tony to ignore the man. She called him her brother and said he was simply being nosy. Tony told the detective that the man did not behave like her brother. He had the impression that they had a different type of relationship. When pressed to recall anything else of potential interest, Tony relayed one more odd occurrence. Only minutes after he left Kayla at her house on the afternoon of January 3rd, he received a phone call from her cell phone.
The phone rang. And I said, hello. It was a guy. And I just hung up. And that was it.
Did you hear anything? Did they say anything?
Because, see, I know, I thought about that. The other guy, she was just like, oh, put it on off. That was my brother. I'm like, where he's asking me questions. It could have been your brother.
So he dropped her off around 2:30. About what time do you think she called you?
No, she didn't call. The phone had just called back. And the dude said, hello. And I just hung up.
What do you mean the phone called back? I'm sorry.
Her number.
Did you call her or did she call you?
No, her number called my phone back.
Okay.
But I didn't, when I seen it was a dude, I didn't ask,
About how long between do you think you dropped
When
her
you
off?
dropped her off in the phone call. 2, 5?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. 2 to 5. Okay.
And I didn't even answer,
Stop saying you didn't damn answer if you answered the phone and he said hello and then you hung up. Stop saying that. You throwing me off.
I said hello.
That's answering. That ain't not answer. That's answering. What are you doing?
Who's this? I just picked.
So
that's what the person said?
Yeah. They were trying to just call the numbers back.
Okay, what happened?
By the time Tony sat down with detectives to outline Kayla's movements on the day she disappeared, the mother of 4 had been missing for several days. During that time, her family was actively tracking down and speaking with everyone they knew to be in her life.
Y'all ain't got to find my iPhone? Activate it.
There was one individual of particular interest.
Who drives this white truck?
He had been seeing since mid-December. His name was Mikhail Fountain.
Okay.
Though the two had met only recently, they had integrated into each other's lives relatively quickly. Mikhail reportedly helped Kayla with some bills and spent time with the children. Just before the new year, however, the still burgeoning romance ended abruptly. Mikhail told the Atwoods that he and Kayla were through. The family found his behavior suspicious because it was. Mikhail was responsible for calling in the welfare check on Kayla's home, the one that proved unwarranted. He had placed multiple calls in an attempt to get her in trouble with police or child services. What piqued investigators' interest was something else.
What?
Mikhail Fountain was known to drive an older, white Ford pickup truck. On the day she was reported missing, January 5th, officers had canvassed Kayla's neighborhood for witnesses. They were also seeking any potential camera footage that would have captured Kayla's home 2 days before, on January 3rd. One neighbor had cameras that were directed towards Kayla's house. But by the time officers spoke with her, someone else had already stopped by to review her recordings. None other than Kayla's ex-boyfriend, Mikhail Fountain. His timing was deeply curious. Mikhail had wanted to see the neighbor's camera footage from the day before.
Oh. Brayley. Oh, okay. Well, watch your words, Brayley. She talking about drop dead. Go, oh, hey, watch your words. But thank you.
Claiming that Kayla had been kidnapped.
The first time he came to the front door, telling about what kind of going on. She's going to kidnap the mom. And that's what he told me. I don't know.
Nobody has even reported her missing yet.
Okay.
It's suspicious. No one, she's not on her social media sites. We can't find her phone.
We can't find her.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that,
What you mean? You didn't mean to say that.
He said, though.
He said she was kidnapped. He didn't say anything else?
No. He said that was family said. I don't know. I don't talk to these people.
We just spoke with the family. They said nothing about telling him that she was kidnapped. But they think he was acting really, really suspicious about some of the questions they was asking him. And then all of a sudden, her brother got on the phone, and now he won't pick the phone up anymore.
He had a life insurance policy. Ethos.com. In 10 minutes, you can be covered with life.
The situation was deeply concerning. A mother who would never abandon her children, and an ex-boyfriend who appeared oddly entangled in her business, though they had dated for only weeks. Mikhail Fountain was brought in for questioning. He confirmed that he had stopped by Kayla's home on the morning of January 2nd, witnessing her leaving with Tony in the Penske truck.
I said, what's up? This is on the 2nd. I said, what's up? Can you take my kids to daycare? I said, tell your new man to do it. You? Well, you did, I will. Alright, so I roll by there. I see her pick the kids in the big ass little work box truck. You know what I'm saying? Big old box truck right there, big part right there. I talked to her. She pulled up, she came out the door. I was just riding by when I see her, she go up there like this. I was mad back. I said, what's up? What you got going on? I'm finna go to work. I said, what kind of work you doing? I bad back. I said, hey, bro. I said, she work for you? She on the clock? Yeah, she work for me. I said, okay, see, I'm good. I said, okay, then. Okay, God.
Mikhail and Kayla met on Tagged, a dating app, on December 11th.
Did I not say tagged? Did I not say tagged?
Previous year. By December 30th, they had parted ways. He was not concerned about her behavior or dating life after the breakup, he said, because he had so many other girlfriends. The sometimes builder on...
Tell me if that makes sense. Y'all break up, she started talking to somebody else, and then she asked you for a ride to drop the kids off, and you say no, tell your new man to do it. And then she said, okay, I will. And then 10 minutes later, you driving past the house. But you got all these women.
Payments, said he simply did not have the time to concern himself with one woman. He also claimed that when he spoke with her on the 2nd, she told him that Tony was her new man. The Penske truck driver is who detectives should be looking at, he said.
And so the last time he talked to her was then.
It was on the 2nd. That's all he said. She said, yeah, that's my new man. I shit, fucking did. I said, lose my number. I'm bugged up. The lead told me you blocked. I said, you blocked. I said, okay, man, you know the woman I got. I got 33 women. That ain't no about you.
McHale was asked about his correspondence with Kayla, when he last saw her, and the last attempts that he had made to contact her.
Give me a phone.
Though he offered to let detectives look through his phone, they found that aside from the first 2 days after they met, all of their messages had been deleted.
If you were us,
I can give them back. I can get them back.
Last we get told is that, you were the last one to see her. Yeah. You're the one telling us about her getting in this truck with this unknown Hispanic guy leaving.
Hello.
And we find out you delete your messages, but you have your reason, right? Yeah, I have my reason. And then we find out that you gone to these businesses where she was supposedly taking her kid to daycare, gone to the neighbor's house, reviewing surveillance footage, and trying to see if it captured anything.
Right.
So if you're the police, would you not think that this person was trying to cover up their tracks or try to see if it captured him doing anything? No. No way. If you were the police, you wouldn't think that? No. You're not a good cop. I won't think that. At least has to think it. I would think it some kind of way, but I'm telling you why I won't think that. Because I won't think that because, for one, I got too many women. You feel me?
That's the I got too many women's. Let him finish.
A search warrant was executed on McHale's house, as well as the home of his mother and stepfather, just down the street. McHale's brother, Michael, opened the door for police and led them inside.
Anything that he talked about or did or that could help us?
All that he told me was that he saw some Mexican guy in a Penske truck. Right. That's all I know.
Searches were also conducted of McHale's cell phones. A forensic extraction from one of these devices showed McHale had manually deleted extensive text message threads exchanged with Kayla over a 3.5-hour window on the day she disappeared. This activity directly contradicted what he had told detectives. Tracking Kayla's phone location data, investigators found that she had returned home around 2:20 p.m., just as Tony had reported. A security camera operated by a nearby business further verified this was true. It also captured McHale's white Ford Ranger pickup arriving at Kayla's house on Belmont shortly after she had returned home, around 2:30 p.m. McHale's cell phone location data aligned with his arrival at that time. Just minutes later, a call from Kayla's cell phone was placed to Tony's device, again exactly as the delivery driver had reported. The call lasted only seconds, just long enough for McHale to demand the identity of the man on the other end before Tony disconnected. Around the same time, Kayla's phone was traveling alongside McHale's to North G Street, where he lived. At approximately 2:50 p.m., her device lost contact with cell towers. Inside McHale's house, however, there were no indications of where Kayla might have gone from there, or what exactly had happened to her.
What's going on?
Last day, the restructuring.
Dan, you've been here 11 years.
11 years didn't matter. You know what mattered? That kid Alex.
Text messages between McHale and Kayla were not the only files that the 34-year-old self-professed ladies' man had deleted.
Videos.
On January 9th, McHale was arrested on charges of tampering with evidence. investigators found that when he paid a visit to Kayla's neighbor on January 4th,
Right.
inquiring about her camera footage,
Right.
McHale had also managed to delete multiple videos via her phone. Crucially, he accessed footage that would have shown his vehicle at Kayla's home on the afternoon she disappeared, proving that he, and not Tony, was the last known person to see her before she vanished.
Right, there's been a few discrepancies.
Wouldn't it have backed up on the cloud or something?
Okay? I want to urge the importance of being honest, okay? Because it's not a coincidence that we've ended up in this situation again. We're here talking. It's been a couple days. We've had some time to figure some things out since then, okay? So we're not being completely honest here, okay?
So here's the deal. There's a lot of things that we know
Gonna be dealing with you.
that we're not laying on to because we're trying to see how honest you're going to be with us in regards to this investigation. Okay? So what I would like to circle back to is when you went to the neighbor's house that had the cameras. One, I know you looked at the footage. And two, I know you deleted the footage.
Ooh.
It's not something that's I'm telling you, big deal. You go. It does not have to be manually saved by people. It has to be manually deleted. And if it was manually deleted, you were the only one that touched it.
Okay, that's what she told me. I ain't deleted a goddamn thing.
Well, listen, here's the facts as they stand.
Okay.
She is the owner of the camera footage. She has no reason to delete that footage because it doesn't matter to her. The only person that has a reason to delete the footage is you. And that's why we're trying to sit here and figure out, because honestly, there's two sides to every story, Miguel.
I'm talking, man.
This is how this needs to go.
Hey, Miguel. Hey, but listen, I
So you telling me I delete something?
Miguel, that's not the situation. That's not the situation, okay?
I don't want to talk no more. I'm talking. Cause you full of you full of off rip.
Explain.
Oh, you full of shit. I explain shit to you. You full of shit.
This is the only opportunity you're going to have to explain.
Give me a lawyer. I'm too talking. Why ain't got no bond?
It's because tampering with evidence is considered an offense that does not get you a bond until you are before a judge for your first time.
Tampering with evidence about what?
I've already signed this now.
You already
deleting the footage.
You don't need a copy of that, do you?
I already have a copy of it.
After collecting Kayla from her house, McHale's device showed that he stayed near his home until about 4 p.m., then began traveling west before redirecting north. At approximately 4:45, the device arrived in the area of South Crow Road and Meyer Henry Road, where it stayed for approximately 15 minutes before traveling back east and returning to North G Street. Investigators traced the location to a wooded lot located at the 300 block of Crow Road. There, an area was discovered just past the entrance of the lot, a short distance from the roadway. On the north side of the access road was a pile of sand that appeared out of place in the surrounding grassy terrain. The area of disturbed earth looked to have been dug up, later settling slightly due to the weather. Canine units were sent to search the area. All 3 dogs positively alerted to the portion of disturbed ground. Kayla Atwood was located in the shallow grave. She had sustained a gunshot wound to the head, which had been fatal.
I'm sure it's gonna hurt every day. But I prayed. And I prayed for an answer, and I prayed for her to come home. So not having that feeling of not knowing where she's at, not.
Okay, is it me or did that grave was already pre-dug? You can't dig no grave 15 minutes. I don't think you can dig no grave in 15 minutes.
Final answers. That piece is gone away. But, I'm going to always have that pain. I'm going to always miss her. I'm going to always, think of what happened, And
how would you like her to be remembered?
Funny, beautiful. She's a really great singer. Oh my God, she's so many wonderful things. She's great at hair. My gosh, you just have to visit her page sometimes. Look at some of her reels. She's really funny. You can see her doing her makeup, her hair, all that good stuff. Just a joy to be around. And I've always had a really, really just soft spot for her. You just can't describe what a gem she is. I'm not gonna say was, is.
Mikhail spent almost 2 days in custody following his arrest on the tampering with evidence charge. This had afforded investigators enough time to search his home, to review cell phone records, and to find Kayla. By January 11th, when Kayla was finally found in the woods, a warrant was issued for Mikhail Fountain's arrest, this time for murder. His parents had only just bonded him out on the previous charge. In fact, they arrived back at his mother's house from the jail just as police were gathering to arrest Mikhail yet again. Pensacola police watched as they entered the house, so they knew Mikhail was inside.
Right. You hear them dogs barking. They here. They peeking out the window and shit. Look. Bang on it. Open it. Oh, don't stop playing with me.
Stop knocking on my motherfucking door.
Look,
Pensacola police.
You gonna hit that door with respect.
Police department.
Yeah, what's up?
Get Mikhail.
Ooh. For what? We just got Mikhail out of jail.
Get Mikhail.
Man, you better get that goddamn gun off, man.
Outside.
For what?
So we can arrest him.
For what?
Yeah. For a warrant.
Wait, show me the warrant.
Go get him or we're coming after him.
Break this door down.
Sir, if you
do you want me to pull you out of the way?
Move, man.
Do you want me to pull out of the way?
Move out the way.
Get Mikhail.
Hey, this is
Did you hear what I said?
Ooh.
Either he comes out or I'm coming in to get him.
What, you gonna kick my door in?
Absolutely.
Show me the warrant. All you got to do,
absolutely
man,
kick
is
you
show me the warrant.
All right, you got 5 seconds, and I'm gonna put you in handcuffs.
For what?
And then I'm gonna kick your door in and go in there and get him.
I ain't having no food. I just left the bell. Hold up. She gonna let him in.
You're running out of choices.
Come on, open it. What the fuck you mean?
Mikhail, let's go, buddy.
Hold up.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record it.
Go inside.
Officers forced entry to the house. They arrested Mikhail's stepfather, Paul, and began searching the home. His mother, Michelle, was also inside. They found Mikhail crouching in a bedroom closet, clothing piled in front of him in an attempt to hide from police.
6 hour, 10:15. Got anything on you, bro? Yeah. Spread your feet.
I'm not doing anything, baby. Y'all hurt my arm.
What is it? All right.
Hold him, I'll go get his car.
He's going to jail for
That's fine.
resisting.
I'm gonna go get his car.
Okay, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get in, baby. Give me
That's
time.
fine.
I don't have no shoes on and nothing.
I understand, sir.
See how that tone done changed? Now that you're in handcuffs, that tone has changed. What happened? Papi, what happened? Look, so humble. You humble, ain't it?
During the scuffle, Michelle had intervened. Officers reported pushing her away from the arrest of her husband while they continued to search the house for her son. In the aftermath of these two arrests, she attempted to force law enforcement from the house again, and yet another scuffle ensued.
Ooh, he put that on. Not another scuffle. Oh, they got Mikhail.
I got this rifle. I'm not gonna get in the middle of it.
Brother Michael arrived on scene upon the arrest of his mother.
What's
What's going on right now?
Your brother is under arrest for murder. We found her body, okay? We found her grave, okay? We come over here to arrest him, and
they doing the most.
I got her.
we come over here to arrest him, and your stepfather
And your mama.
wouldn't let us in, so we go in, and he starts trying to keep us from it, so we arrest him. And then she tries to slam the door in the officer's face, so she gets arrested for resisting. It's a misdemeanor charge, it's nothing, but she just acted out, so she's getting charged.
We'll have to get that statement going.
I'm sorry. She kept trying to run at you, so I was trying to keep her off of you.
Look at her in the glasses.
Yeah, I heard in the back bedroom, I heard whimpering, and they weren't opening the door, so I just kicked it open, and she's on the bed. So then we were clearing the rest of the house. I'm like, all right, let's go back in here, because he was hiding in the closet, tucked down. I was like, he's in the house, because we saw him walk in.
Well, the grandfather had already said, like, we just got him.
Yeah.
We just picked him up, like insinuating he was going to go get him. So.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, why?
I'm just checking. Where did you get hit?
Oh, inside.
Okay, not in your
Ribs.
face or anything? Okay.
Oh. Are you okay?
Thank you, media partners, for joining us today on this solemn day. I want to bring you an update on the missing person case of Kayla Atwood. We learned that there was contact at the daycare. We also learned that there was a Penske truck that was involved. We also made contact with that individual and was able to process that vehicle and potentially eliminate that person for their involvement. We were able to learn that Kayla's cell phone was last located in the area of the 400 block of G Street. Through that information and other investigative techniques, we were able to develop a person of interest. So with that said, last night we arrested Micah Fountain, 34-year-old black male, charged him with homicide, battery, and resisting arrest.
Not Michael.
And like I said earlier, he is currently in Escambia County Jail under no bond.
Mikhail Fountain refused to speak further with detectives. He pleaded not guilty to murder and proceeded to trial in early 2026. Over 3 days, prosecutors outlined a largely circumstantial case, but one that was nonetheless very strong. They argued that after a few weeks of dating, Kayla ended the relationship, a decision that Mikhail would not accept. He became obsessive and jealous. He immediately began stalking her movements. On the morning of January 3rd, Mikhail watched as Kayla was dropped off at her home by Tony in the Penske truck. He had been waiting for her. He took her phone, called back Tony's number, and demanded to know who he was. Prosecutors told the jury that Mikhail's possessive jealousy drove him to confront Kayla, fatally shoot her, and hide her body in a shallow grave. It seems Mikhail was also interested in tracking the police response in the days following. Pensacola officers reported seeing his white pickup truck as they went about their investigation. In one instance, spotting him outside the station while they searched the Penske truck for evidence. The defense highlighted that Kayla was seen interacting with other individuals on the day she disappeared. Although investigators thoroughly vetted and cleared Tony, the defense used the established timeline to argue that someone else could have targeted Kayla after she returned home. Ultimately, the jury rejected these arguments. The neighbor testified that only she and Mikhail had accessed her security video. She had not been the one who deleted the footage from January 3rd. Location tracking placed Mikhail with Kayla at her home, then his, before traveling out to the woods.
Trying to save money on business travel? You should definitely use Navan. Navan's platform helps our companies save money by giving us full control over all things.
Hey, 3 weeks to get that sprung is blowing me right now. Like, it's just, it's. Y'all going out bad. Y'all going
The
out
3-day
bad.
trial ended in a guilty verdict on 1 count of second-degree murder. On February 10th, 2026, Mikhail Fountain was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Oh, that second degree. Oh, we are in Florida. My bad. I was like, oh, second. I was like, that probably would have gave you about 50, 60. I forgot we was in Florida, honey. Good gracious. What is the point? Second or first, if you still gonna get life. I think first you might get that. Florida, she hit different.
But I'm sorry, I gotta speak. I gotta say this. The case is over. We done been in limbo 2 years waiting to see justice be served, and justice still have not been served for my sister. Life in prison without parole, in my opinion, is not justice. It ain't justice. A life for a life. Her life gone. She'll never be able to see her.
Oh, she wanted that. I just said that. I was like, Florida, she'll fry you quick. Okay, but life, that's still, calm down.
Beautiful kids again. She'll never.
Okay, but.
Never. Not in this life. I'm not satisfied.
So you just didn't want them to find out who did it? Like, is that's good enough for you? I'm like, we at least found out who, what, when, where, how. At least it didn't take that long. Oh my God, I can't deal with her. Go ahead on lip gloss.
And that was the tragic case of Kayla Atwood.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining me. I'd like to offer a welcome this week to our newest Sherlock Holmes members, Brina K, CGC4, Sydney Davies, Whitney M, Casey Hill Linen, the Ella Racane, and M. Alec Secker. Great to have you all in the lounge. I'm Kevin. This is Just Thought Lounge, and I'll see you in the next one.
Doing all the research, keeping it objective, always been effective. Can say he got a neck, picking a litter. You see how Newton got his back. Yeah, the content that you need. This could be a new sign. We talk in the comments, get y'all in a few lines. Tune in and hit like, love that. It's too kind. Feels like the whole world is online for true crime. Watch him on the run, but it's not a race. Really hard to disappear, proof without a trace. Sherlock Holmes with it.
Come on, let me see who's up next, because I don't know who Mackenzie Sharilla is. We're just going to consider this true crime.
Patricia Heaton. This is how to tell if your olive oil is fake.
Did you hear about the TikTok olive oil test? Well, it's really easy, so just watch.
She dropped this Friday.
Is real olive oil.
I would have known
this
because
one,
I was peeking
not
in.
so much.
60% of all olive oil in the United States are adulterated with other oils. You have no idea the type.
Ever since the rumors of Brigitte Macron's secret...
Is that Ivanka? Who is that? Who is this? Who is this, y'all?
A man for surface.
Who is this?
Everyone is looking differently. Johnny Depp.
She's talking about Brigitte. I've been waiting to get back to the Brigitte.
At Brigitte like he was looking for an Adam's apple. A soccer player.
Let me start over so I can start talking. Let me just...
Ever since the rumors of Brigitte Macron secretly being a man for surface, everyone's looking at Brigitte differently. Johnny Depp was staring at Brigitte like he was looking for an Adam's apple. A soccer player Hakimi was looking at Brigitte like he was looking for a you-know-what. We've all been looking at Brigitte and wondering if the rumors are true. Is Brigitte actually Jean-Michel Trogneux? Did Jean-Michel steal his sister's identity and go on to marry Emmanuel Macron? Well, if it is in fact true, then that leaves two obvious questions. What happened to the real Brigitte, and who is this chubby guy? Brigitte Macron has told us that the rumors are false. She is a female, and she is the one and only Brigitte, and Jean-Michel didn't steal her identity, and he is still alive, and he's this chubby guy. And so that begs the obvious question. Is this chubby guy really Jean-Michel Trogneux? And if he isn't, then who is he? That is what we are going to be discussing in today's video. Bonjour tout le monde. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your second, third, or fourth time watching one of my videos and you're not yet subscribed, here we go together. Okay, make it official and hit that subscribe button. Today's video is going to be an interesting one, and I do think it's time that we revisit the whole Brigitte Macron saga.
Thank you. My prayers have been answered. When I tell you, I have been waiting for somebody to get us back Over to Brigitte. I'm coming, Brigitte. I'm coming, my love. I'll come to see you.
Before I get into today's video, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Saffron Co. I feel like a lot of people lately have been dealing with burnout, brain fog, low motivation, just feeling mentally drained all the time. And if you are one of those people, you should give Saffron Co. a try. Saffron Co. is a natural wellness supplement brand built around saffron, one of the world's oldest and most researched botanicals. Saffron is a natural way to support mood and energy without the jitters or the crash. 91% of people who use Saffron Co. feel the alive again shift by week 5. What stood out to me about Saffron Co. is that they're not marketing this like some overnight miracle or caffeine-style energy boost. Their whole thing is more about long-term balance, mood support focus, and helping people feel more like themselves again over time. For me, taking Saffron Co. is a way of getting through a busy week without feeling depleted. If you've been looking for a more natural approach to supporting mood, motivation, and focus, especially during stressful or busy
don't you just have to
periods,
appreciate
check out Saffron Co. Saffron Co. is kind enough to give me a hookup for you guys. You can get 15% off your first order when you click my link below and use promo code NISSY15. Seriously, give it those 5 weeks. It's a total game changer. Like I mentioned in the intro, there are 2 obvious questions. Firstly, if the person currently married to Emmanuel Macron is actually Jean-Michel Trognon and he stole the real Brigitte's identity, then what happened to the real Brigitte? Of course, I don't know for certain, but after reading Xavier Poussard's book and doing my own research, I have an opinion that I came to after looking at all the information. And if you want to hear that explanation, you can watch this video first and then this video second. You have to watch it in that order for it to make sense. I will link them down below so you can watch them after this. But like I said, the questions are, what happens to the real Brigitte? And who the is that guy? Who is this chubby guy? Brigitte claims that he is Jean-Michel Trognon, her brother. Yet, when he showed up to the inauguration of Emmanuel Macron in 2022, he was not standing with the rest of the family. Here is Brigitte's children and grandchildren, nieces and nephews, Emmanuel's brother, Emmanuel's parents, but no Jean-Michel Trognon. Jean-Michel, or the man who is supposedly Jean-Michel, was standing in the press area and Brigitte walked over there and completely ignored him, almost as if he didn't even recognize him. The man supposedly him's brother.
Him, oh my god.
Well, internet sleuths managed to track down this man, and what they discovered is quite interesting. In Amiens, France, there is, or rather was, the Trognon family chocolate shop, and as of the making of this video, it appears to be permanently closed, but this was a Trognon family business for many years. And the chocolate shop was located at 14 Rue de Vergeot, a multi-unit building. According to Xavier Poussard's search of the local real estate records, the building has been owned by Jean-Michel Trognon since March 28, 1996. A few citizen journalists, 2 specifically that I'm going to discuss, have gone to the address seeking out the chubby guy, and they were able to make contact. The first person I'm going to talk about is Natasha Ray, the woman who was initially successfully sued by Brigitte for invasion of privacy, but ultimately the ruling was overturned. Natasha Ray was the first person to discover the holes in the biography of Brigitte, and she's the one who popularized the theory that Brigitte is actually Jean-Michel. In August of 2023, around noon, Natasha Ray visited the building owned by Jean-Michel Trognon and buzzed the intercom, and here is the clip.
Attention fitness lovers. This is one of the biggest sales ever. Paleo Valley's Black Friday sale is here.
Donc, nous sommes devant le 14 rue des Vergeaux. Je sonne.
Oui.
Oui, monsieur Trognon?
Oui.
Bonjour, on a un courrier pour vous.
Attendez, je ne suis pas prêt là.
D'accord, on peut repasser dans combien de temps, comme ça je vous laisse À moins que vous puissiez mourir pour vous dans la laissez-le au magasin si vous voulez. D'accord, très bien.
So they tried to get him to come out of his apartment by saying they had mail. However, he declined and said he wasn't ready. After that interaction over the intercom, on several more occasions, she tried to get in contact with him over the phone, but she was unsuccessful. But then, one day, she got lucky. She had returned to the address, she buzzed his number on the intercom, and she had informed him that she had mail that he needed to sign for.
Right.
And he said, okay, and he buzzed her in, and here is the video.
Oui. Oui, monsieur Tremblay, c'est pour une lettre à signer, s'il vous plaît. C'est pourquoi? C'est pour une lettre à signer. Non, j'ai rien compris.
Oh, okay. We got it. Buzz it once. Uh-oh, he's coming down the stairs. Is he gonna recognize him? Is this a GoPro? What camera? Oh, Lord. She got a camera.
So we know the chubby guy is living at that address, but interestingly enough, when Natasha Ray spoke to the shopkeepers and residents in the neighborhood, they all said that they didn't know anyone named Jean-Michel Trogneau. Nonetheless, 2 minutes down the road from the building owned by Jean-Michel Trogneau, where he was living, is a bar named Le Nemrod. And apparently, the chubby guy would go there every week to play a card game called Menil with his friends. This man appears to be the same man that was at the inauguration that Brigitte Macron told us was her brother. It looks like the same person. So, is this person who was at the inauguration and was then sitting in this bar, Le Nemrod, playing cards, is he actually Jean-Michel Trogneau? Well, if in fact the man that was at Le Nemrod is the same man that was at the inauguration, there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. Here is a photo of a young Jean-Michel, and here is the chubby guy. The young Jean-Michel shares a stronger resemblance to Brigitte than the chubby guy. And what about this photo taken of Jean-Michel when he was in post-secondary school? At this time, Jean-Michel had begun wearing glasses. You know who else has been spotted wearing glasses? Brigitte. But look at the chubby guy. He is playing cards and he has no glasses. Usually, as you age, your vision gets worse, not better. So where are his glasses? Another internet sleuth who calls himself Colonel Degarlas. Now, I have to be careful with how I pronounce his name, because in French, dégueulasse without the R just means disgusting. And so I'm not trying to call this man disgusting. If I accidentally mispronounce his name, I swear it was an accident. My French is not perfect. Ce n'est pas parfait, okay? But Colonel Degarlas visited Le Nemrod, and here is what he wrote on his blog about the encounter. Quote, having business in the Somme region, I decided to take a trip to Amiens, paying a visit without any particular intention to two landmarks of Britology, 14 Rue de Vergeot and the PMU betting shop. I headed to the Nemrod around 5 p.m. I sat down somewhat randomly at the table to the left of the card player's table. I ordered a local triple beer, which was excellent, I must say. At 5:10 p.m., miraculously, the chubby little man showed up with crutches and or a cane with his friend Jean. It's worth noting that in bistros, the regulars always sit in the same spot. Bingo. The man with the thick-rimmed glasses seated earlier, a regular, to his left at the table closest to the bar, said, "Hello, Henry." So just to clarify, what he's saying is that there was a man that was wearing thick-rimmed glasses. He was sitting at the table, and then the chubby guy walks in, and the guy who was already in the bar greets him by saying, "Hello, Henry." So he didn't call him Jean-Michel, he called him Henry. However, the man, Colonel Degarlas, goes on to say that later on in the conversation, they do refer to the chubby guy as Jean-Michel. And full disclosure, Jean-Michel's middle name is Henry, so they could have just been calling him by his middle name. So it's not necessarily proof that the chubby guy is not Jean-Michel, but it's interesting that they were not calling him Jean-Michel. Colonel Degarlas also goes on to say that he observed that Henry was playing cards and looking at his phone with ease. He wasn't wearing glasses. He didn't need glasses. He had very good eyesight, which is interesting because we saw in the photo of Jean-Michel from his time in post-secondary school, he wore glasses. Colonel Degarlas also wrote, quote, "Judging by the conversations, the chubby guy and his buddies are working-class Frenchmen. His behavior at the Élysée Palace during the 2022 inauguration, where he was completely lost, is therefore not surprising at all." Yet Jean-Michel Trogneau was raised in one of the most bourgeois families in Amiens. In case you guys forgot, the Trogneau family was said to be wealthy chocolatiers, a family that owned several businesses and properties, so you would expect someone who comes from an upper-class family to move in upper-class circles and to carry themselves in a particular way. Still, this is not evidence that the chubby guy isn't Jean-Michel, it's just noteworthy. What also is very noteworthy is what Colonel Degarlas says he heard. Quote, "The most interesting thing is that on 3 separate occasions, the overweight man invited his friends to his birthday party on June 15th, which was to be held at his sister's house a few kilometers from Amiens. If Henry, aka the chubby guy, really did invite his friends to his birthday party on the 15th of June, well, that raises questions because Jean-Michel Trogneau was born on February 11th, 1945, not June 15th. And the part about having the party at his sister's house is also very interesting. Now, just to refresh your memory, Jean-Michel Trogneau had 4 sisters. There's Mary Vaughan, who died in a car accident in 1960, and Marie, who has since died, but at the time that this conversation was happening, she would have been alive. She would have been 93 years old. So I doubt that they were going to be having a party at her house. There's Monique, who is still alive, and she would have been 84 years old when this conversation was happening. And Monique happens to be married to Jean-Claude Gudet, one of France's leading car distributors. And the Gudet family does still have ties in Amiens, so it's not impossible that Monique was the sister that he was referring to. But would you just casually invite your friends from the bar that you play cards with to your sister's house, your ultra wealthy, super important sister who's married to this like important man from this very important family in France? Like, you're just gonna casually invite your friends from the bar?
No, I don't think so.
And the only other sister that he could have been referring to would be Brigitte. And we know that he wouldn't be inviting his friends to a party at Brigitte's house. So it's either Monique or this man is not Jean-Michel. So there's just a lot of questions here, assuming that Colonel Degarlas is telling the truth. Degarlas is telling the truth. On his page, he says that he recorded the conversation and he affirms that all of his claims are true. He claims he was in Le Nemrod and the chubby guy, aka the man that we've all been told is Jean-Michel. He showed up and he joined his friends for a card game and they chatted while playing, and he says the staff can attest to him being there in addition to his recordings. And so far, that's what I could find about this little chubby guy. Supposedly his friends call him Henry, and allegedly his birthday is June 15th, when it's supposed to be February 11th. Of course, if I find out anything else, I will let you guys know, and if you find anything, let me know. Anyways, that is all I have for this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you are not yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check out those other 2 videos if you haven't seen them yet. This video and this video, I will have them linked in the description box down below. I will also have them in the end cards so that you can click on them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
Let me just I'm gonna go see what's going on.
Giant or Zaxby's Giant Wraps? So Giant, they need their own zip code. Who's got the sauce?
See this scratch? Auto shops will easily charge you $2 grand.
I know. Hey, you. And welcome.
The call came in shortly after 3 p.m. on February 5th, 2019. A woman had gone to check on her mom in Chillicothe, Ohio, but Nobody was answering the door. And peeking around the house outside, well, she noticed that the doors were locked, the lights were on, and she could hear her mom's phone ringing out inside the house. But there was no movement going on at all. Then, peeking through one of the windows, she saw something lying on the ground, covered in a sheet.
Looks like a body. There's blood on the floor. Get office, call out! Yep, scene. Clear the house. Yeah, I'm sorry to have photos.
Margaret, I'm sorry, but it's just going.
If you want to pull the blanket, just want to angle my camera down to try to record it all. It's a guy. He's been beat.
And what happened in Ohio resulted in the deaths of 3 people and the almost death of 1 more person. Then it ended in a Burger King, of all places. And Burger King is underrated.
Figure you can watch back here for me. Just chill out.
Let's give it
Burger King in 5+ years. No, I did have some Burger King with I think it was some fries. No, we didn't even have Burger King then. See, it's been like 5+ years.
It was Lauren Potts who had come to check on her mom, Leanne Potts, who lived on Bowman Road. And she believed she had seen through the window a body covered up by a sheet laying in the kitchen. Police arrived soon afterward, meeting Lauren and her boyfriend there.
We went out there and we had knocked on every door, every window. I looked in, I said, there's a body in the kitchen.
Now, when authorities arrived and they spoke to young Lauren, they were absolutely shocked. And I'll tell you why. This wasn't the only body found in Ross County in the last 24 hours.
Looks like a body.
Police, now going into Leanne Potts' home, were on the edgiest of edges because literally the day before and just down the road, 2 bodies had been found.
911, what's the emergency? Someone's come up here and beat these people. They're about dead. I'm sorry? Okay, you're saying they were assaulted? Yes, someone's got them. How many is there? 2. A male and female or 2 males? A male and a female. Okay. They're bleeding, laying in the shower, bleeding to death. I need help.
On February 4th, at 5:20 p.m., police were called to a possible shooting and stabbing that occurred in Ross County. At the scene, a man lay in the driveway, bleeding out, and further on lay a woman, half underneath the mobile home they shared.
I want to get clear the house. Somebody in the house. Let's come onto my knees.
Oh my.
Well, let's go over here. Got her neck cut.
Okay. All right. Okay, everybody stand over here by the cars, because right now this is now a crime scene.
There's a noise inside the
Okay,
house.
please, go on. Okay. 21, you're going to want to start down here.
It was a pretty gruesome scene that wintry-ass Ohio day, and the victims would be rushed to hospital. I mean, they were hanging on, but barely. Now, the victims would later be identified as Rick Adams, 50 years of age, and his longtime girlfriend, Tammy Potts Williams, 51 years of age. That's the 3rd person named Potts in this story, so you can probably see where this is going. Or not, actually.
Let's go. Clear the house. Sheriff's office! Sheriff's office! You're in here, make yourself known!
Now, when police and EMTs arrived, both Rick and Tammy were still breathing, and EMTs were working on them there and then. Barely, though. They could see Rick was breathing, Tammy looked like she was gone, but they rushed her to hospital as she still clung to life. Rick had been shot at least twice, once in the head. Tammy, though, on the other hand, it seemed like she had suffered more violence. Her throat had been cut. She had been stabbed dozens and dozens of times and then severely beaten. One of the witnesses who discovered the scene, a neighbor in fact, the one who called 911, they would say what they found, you can probably guess this yourself, but they would say it was straight out of a horror movie. Extremely shocking. And why?
So what happened when you got there?
Well, I pulled up there and I said, boy, it's a tight squeeze right here. And I looked over and I said, Rick? Like that, and I see that blood running down into that tar track. I said, Lord, he's bleeding out. I said, I better get 911.
Have you been having any problems with anyone? Have any fallen outs here?
Now, in this small community, word of this attack, it spread like hot butter. And it spread 5 miles down the road to the home of one Leanne Potts. A Leanne Potts who is not answering her phone. Now, at the crime scene, the Rick and Tammy one, police noticed something interesting. A silver sedan with blood inside of it, on the door and on the steering wheel. Checking who owned it, because the neighbor said, that ain't Rick or Tammy's, it was in fact registered to Leanne Potts. See, Leanne and Rick were siblings, so it's all coming together. However, before police could track all of this down, right, go and see Leanne Potts, maybe she was a victim or the perpetrator, before they could do any of that, they got a call from Lauren Potts, Leanne's daughter, saying, I don't know where my mom is, and I'm trying to get into the house, and the lights are on, her phone is there, and I can see something that looks quite scary on the kitchen floor. It was in fact just as police got a search warrant to check Leanne's car that the call came in. You ain't gonna need that warrant after all, it would turn out. See, Lauren, the daughter, she had heard about what had happened to her Uncle Rick and his longtime girlfriend Tammy, and so then she's like calling her mom saying, like, one of our family members is clinging to life. She then tries to call her mom, no answer, goes to her mom's house. Here we are. So it was the day after finding Rick, they were about to find more.
Hey, Meta, play gorgeous.
If you're just joining us, you are going to get all of this free stuff right here just for trying Earth Breeze. So,
Looks like a body. There's blood on the floor. Yep.
Police had to break down the door to get in. It was all locked. And in Leanne's home, they found a further 2 bodies.
Just not to call out!
I do.
Yep. Scene. Clear the house.
Leanne herself and her soon-to-be husband, Tom Littler.
Clear.
Yep.
Leanne worked as a paralegal, 47 years of age. Tom, he was 64 and had been married once before for 8 years. However, his first wife had passed. 1 month earlier, Leanne and Tom had been granted a marriage license. They were husband and wife, and they were planning on a Caribbean honeymoon.
Ooh, goody.
Those plans came to an abrupt halt this February. There was one body in the kitchen, covered in a white blanket, surrounded by blood splatter.
Yeah, I'm gonna start snapping photos.
We're getting some time, but it's just calling.
If you want to pull the blanket, I want to angle my camera down to try to record it all. It's a guy. He's been beat.
Bullet casings lay on the floor beside, and underneath that blanket lay Tom, in a pool of blood. At first glance, it seemed like he had been severely beaten, and he held a wooden stick in his hand, which he had likely used to try and defend himself, unsuccessfully. Going through the house, they didn't find anyone else, until Lauren, standing outside her mom's home, advised them of the basement, and down there, they found the second body.
Sheriff's office. Got another body down here. No.
She must have ran down.
Don't touch nothing else.
We know.
Leave it.
It's her. I believe it's her. Yeah, her hands are bound behind her back. There's a pillow over her head with a gunshot into it. And there's a toe strap tied around her neck. So.
This is the only casing I have found so far.
Look like a typical basement to me. She got some. Move it down there.
Let's go back up.
It's organized down there in that basement, though.
That was Leanne Potts, laying face down with a pillow on top of the back of her head. It seemed like the pillow had been held against her head and a gunshot had gone through. Her pants were pulled down. She also had been assaulted. Her hands had been bound by zip ties. Police found that pack of zip ties in the kitchen table.
They might got a fingerprint on them.
What a horrifying scene. What looked like a horrifying home invasion. And that's not just one, but two. 5 miles apart. Same family. Extended family. Really grim and dark execution style murders of this family. Questioning Lauren, the daughter, about when was the last time she talked to her mom, she said she'd spoken to her the day before, on February 4th. And she said her mom was with her brother Ricky, but she didn't know where they were.
When will we get updates?
As soon as we can. Now your mom lived here, right? That's Leanne?
Yep.
And this Tom Littler?
Yep, he owns the house.
He owns the house.
Was she in the kitchen? No. Wasn't her?
No.
Is she in there? Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, yes.
She's not. Who else was in there? What does it look like?
I believe the other one's Tom.
And so it seemed like, Rick was found. Rick and Tommy were found probably not long after they had been attacked, as they were still breathing. But it was probably likely that Leanne and Tom had been killed that very same day. They'd been killed in close conjunction with each other.
Do you know anybody that would want to harm anyone? Any of these people?
No. My aunt and my uncle, they're quiet. They...
Was that the ones over there?
The victims had been together the day of, and then later both attacked separately with their other halves in their own homes. Now, one thing Leanne was also able to tell them, besides the fact that the victims had been together the day they likely were murdered, was that Rick had been driving Leanne's car that day, hence why Leanne's car was found in Rick's home. He'd been borrowing that silver, Toad. Lauren was also able to tell something kind of interesting. Basically, she was like, here, listen, it's kind of interesting that my mom was brutally murdered right after she came into, that nice chunk of change she got a settlement and got cha-ching. Leanne and Tom had actually been withdrawing money for that Caribbean honeymoon they were preparing to start booking. They were preparing to go on. And it was also believed, it was known around town that Tom kept about $5,000 in the house. He kept it in an old boot. It was like his emergency fund. And Tom had also recently purchased a very expensive diamond ring for Leanne. They just got married. So Leanne has a lot of money. Tom has at least $5,000. And there's an expensive diamond ring in home. And guess what? You won't believe this. None of those things were found in the home. The boots are empty. There was no ring on Leanne's finger. And all of their wallets and credit cards were gone.
Europe River Cruising. 13 days, $29.99, including flights with Holiday Max. Cruise to the...
On and on type of money. I overheard something about a welfare check. My mom just got a really big one. And I feel like it has something to do with money.
It looked like somebody had ransacked the house and they had probably found what they were looking for.
I hope it won't hurt.
And it was while police were at this second crime scene, now the Leanne and Tom house murder scene, they got word about the victims of the first one. Rick didn't make it. He passed. He passed away in the hospital. Tammy, however, she was still alive, which was weird because the police actually thought Tammy was dead when they first discovered her. She was, clinging on. She was in critical condition, but she was hanging in there barely. But that's 3 people now for sure murdered and one, definitely attempted murder.
Third person has died in Ross County after what deputies call violent assaults.
This all playing out along Vigo and Bowman Roads, southeast of Chillicothe.
So here's what we can tell you right now, that the 3 people who have been killed, as we show you some video of some of the scene, 46-year-old Leanne Potts, 63-year-old Thomas Littler, and 50-year-old Rick Adams. That's what we know as far as the 3 people who have been killed. They died of gunshot wounds and, according to the sheriff, other injuries, although it's not being specific what those other injuries are. And again, that fourth victim remains hospitalized. Now, we were told that 2 people were discovered on Vigo Road and they were the ones who were critically injured, and that led the sheriff to 2 other bodies that were found on Bowman Lane. One thing we do not have in this press release is news of any arrests or suspects right now.
Tammy was in critical condition, but she was able to try and speak with detectives there, barely as bad shape as she was in, though she might be able to say who had done this to her, to Rick, but she couldn't form anything.
Present is myself and Tammy Williams. Tammy, I know that just as soon as I got here, you recognized me. You're a lot more alert today. Told me that you were very fearful for your safety. Who's the person that did this to you?
Just write it down, John.
Can you write his name down? What did they use to hurt you?
Through the trauma and the healthcare she was undergoing, she was completely out of it. Alive, and later maybe might remember, just not now. With word spreading around town, a call came into police from a Jimmy Reinhardt, telling them he thought he knew who was responsible. Larry Potts.
Who's Bugs?
Larry Potts.
Larry Potts?
Yeah.
And they call him Bugs?
Yeah, call him Bugs.
I don't know him.
Well, that's Tammy's brother.
Okay.
That's Tammy's brother.
Tammy.
One.
Okay.
That happened up there.
Now, has Tammy and him been into it? He wasn't involved in this, was he?
They fight like cats all the pills all the time.
Pills.
Larry Potts was Tammy's older brother, and he was also Leanne's ex-husband.
That just woke me up.
Rick and his sister Leanne also dated siblings. Okay. And Larry, who went by Bugs, he was also involved with drugs. Can you tell? Basically, the story was spreading around town that Larry, he had it in against his sister, Tammy, because of some drug, money, pills thing that she owed him, hence probably why Rick and Tammy were attacked and Rick was killed. And then he had it against Leanne and her husband, Tom, because he'd been married to Leanne for like 26 years. And so he was not too keen on her remarrying, even though they divorced in like 2008. Hey, it can take you a while to get over shit. When police went to speak with Larry, that's two motives right there. But when they showed up at his home, he left. He had gone just before they got there. On the run? Maybe. While they were trying to track Larry down, they found neighborhood CCTV of Tom and Leanne's house right down the road. Some cameras. Police wanted to see who had been in that area, who had driven to the victim's house around the time they were murdered. Well, a neighbor was able to tell the police that some cars had driven in a direction, but they were less, less driven, more chased. He said he thought he saw Rick being chased by someone else. So now it was starting to look like maybe it hadn't started at Rick's, maybe it had started at Leanne's. Rick had been with Leanne and Tom. Something had happened. Something had happened there at Leanne's house. Rick runs away, gets into his car, drives, is followed, goes home. Killer follows him all the way home, attacks him there and then. However, with this theory and footage, it was impossible to tell who was actually in each car. But it was definitely violent. Around that same time, mushroom hunters would call in saying they'd found some items in the woods. And hearing about what happened, they believed these items belonged to the victims. But they also found a gun. Perhaps the gun used on Rick, Leanne, and Tom.
The sack, seen the purse,
noticed at the bottom of the sack was a skull. So we were way back in the woods. I said, well, this seems really freaking odd.
Police eventually tracked down Larry Potts, Bugs, at his home. Was he the driver on the camera? Was he the Bugs chaser?
Okay, my man, lay down. I mean, like lay across the
You're now in his custody.
Okay.
Whatever he tells you to do.
Okay. Nothing on under this.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Larry denied being involved, saying there was no fights, no arguments, no nothing. He had nothing against his sister or his ex-wife. He was distraught that his sister had been, well, left for dead, almost murdered, and his ex-wife of 26 years, I mean, that's a long time. And he was, or seemed to be, completely broken over it.
You were married to Leanne, is that correct? How long you guys married? 26 years? How long you guys been split up now? You got divorced in a way?
He wasn't acting in any way like he was responsible. They did rush those knives to be tested, but in the meantime, sort of like by the by, the detectives asked him, hey, off the dome, you don't by any chance drive a car, or know somebody who drives a car with like a messed up hood, you know, it's like kind of flapping open like that. Ever seen one? Somebody in the area had one, and it looked like they had been chasing one of the victims around the time the victim was murdered. And Larry Bugs said he didn't have that car, had nothing like it. But he knew somebody who did.
Anyone drive a little gray car with a messed up hood that you know? Just a hood? Yeah, the sheets about comes up, comes off. You love her, Jimmy Reinhardt. He's the only one that's got his little silver car.
Jimmy Reinhardt. The same Jimmy who'd called in, saying Larry Bugs had done it. The same Jimmy Reinhardt who, when police checked Leanne Potts' credit card usage, had been doing the usage after her murder? Why was he using her credit card after she's been dead, if he ain't the one to make it so? And he was now trying to point the thingy at the ex.
It's Zaxby's Fingers and Wings in lemon pepper, garlic parm, and Nashville hot. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Jimmy Reinhardt, that's James A. Reinhardt Jr. to you and me. 38 years of age, he was a local. As you can see, also a very cool dude. He grew up in Chillicothe with his brother and sister. He was a handyman, self-employed, did the power washing, the mowing, the tree cutting, the trimming. Whatever you need, Jimmy's your man. Married with 2 daughters. These days, though, he was living in Londonderry, Ohio. Though it's really just Derry. And remember those items the mushroom hunters found? The gun? Well, didn't Jimmy Reinhardt live, like, right there? Right behind where the mushroom hunters discovered those items. And searching that area, a bloody knife, too, was found. It started to look more and more like police needed to bring this Jimmy Reinhardt fella, who was pointing the finger at somebody else. I mean, he's just inserting himself into the investigation. Why do they always do that? But the thing was,
they can't help it.
Knowing that he has a lot of like ding ding dings on the murderometer, police couldn't find him. They went to his home, he wasn't there, trying to track down all his usual spots. No sense, so police put out a bolo, be on the lookout for James Reinhardt Jr. And did not take long at all for them to get the call. A very strange one. From Burger King. An employee said she was pretty sure she was like eyeballing him then and there.
You're clear. That clears on 37. Computers there.
Eat your food. Eat your food first. Look at her. At the counter. Look at her in the bag. That's in that one. Oh.
Back here for me. Just chill out.
Ooh.
Anything on you might poke the sick, hurt the stab, anything like that. Hold on. That corner's I want to obtain. Alright, first, right, main silent, anything safe. Right.
He had gone to the Burger King, tried to use the drive-thru in a car with a very bouncy hood. And when he went to pay with the items, the cashier noticed she took the credit card. It said Leanne Potts on it. And she said, well, I've seen the news. This ain't good. She then said there was a problem with the card. He had to come in to make his order, go through. And and that's when police arrived.
Give me an idea why we might be here? No, I don't, sir.
On him, police found $1,100 in cash, Leanne's credit card, and, of course, sure, what else would you spend your money on? Real treasure. Burger King gift cards, baby. And of course, sitting out front was the car seen in the CCTV.
On the body cam video, the Burger King employee says Reinhardt tried to use Potts' credit card. She asked Reinhardt to come inside, and that's when she called police.
Yeah, he wouldn't get away today. If I had the time for him, that's what happened. I looked at the credit card. I said, "Oh hell no, this lady was just murdered." I said, "Sir, I'm sorry. I have to go get your gift cards. I'm sorry, sir. I need to go get a pen. I'm sorry, sir. I just spilled all your milkshakes."
Now, there's a lot of evidence not looking good for Jimbo, like, at all, but his story, when he was finally, like, dragged into the interrogation room, his story went a little something like this. He had been having a secret affair with Leanne for some time, and he had been hanging out with Leanne and Rick the day of the murders. They had been at Rick's when Larry, Bugs, shows up, started screaming about pills, and attacks Rick, demanding to know where the pills are. Rick said they were at Leanne's house. Larry presumably goes there. James goes home, knows nothing. Presumably in his story, Larry then goes and kills his ex-wife and her new husband, and then comes back and kills Rick and tries to kill his sister. It kind of goes pretty much like his initial story when he called in saying, Bugs done did it.
Where'd you get the debit card, man? It's my girlfriend. It was supposed to be my girlfriend, but she's seeing that guy right now, so I'm at.
But when he was questioned, he didn't even know Leanne's name. So that's who you're having an affair with? Woman, you don't even know her name.
Your girlfriend. Larry, Leah, whatever. Boy, oh, you can hide that, I don't care. You can't pronounce your own Rick? She's dead, bud. Nuh-uh. Yeah. Been dead. Swear to God. Swear to God. That's why I've been trying to call for 2 damn days. No, don't do this. Been dead, bud.
In the case of a triple homicide investigation in Ross County. According to the Chillicothe Gazette, investigators say James Reinhardt Jr. has been indicted on several charges related to the death of Leanne Potts, Thomas Littler, and Rick Adams. This includes charges of murder and rape.
DNA eventually came back, and Jimmy's DNA was found in Leanne. His DNA was found on the packet of zip ties. Tammy's blood was on the knife that also had his DNA on it.
Ah, the sweet sound of selling and earning on Vinted. Don't wear it, sell it.
I'm the founder of Mudwater, and a lot of people ask me, what is the difference between Mudwater and all these mushroom coffees out there?
Why did he do this? Well,
come on, mate.
He's never said to this day, and we're sort of unclear, but it's believed that he'd heard rumors about the amount of money Tom and Leanne had and had just come into, and maybe he had seen something on like Facebook, stuff like that. So he goes to Leanne and Tom's house and commits something that's absolutely horrifying. Executes Tom, assaults, and then executes Leanne. Just as, like, he was in the middle of it though, Rick walked into the home, finding him. Jimmy then chased Rick all the way home to where he lived. Rick gets out of the car, he gets out of the car, he shoots Rick in his driveway, the blood spattering on the car. Tammy is inside, she comes out to see what's going on. He viciously attacks her too, as she witnessed him murdering her boyfriend. James would take a plea deal and was sentenced to 35 years to life for the 3 murders and attack.
We already have the murder weapons, and we already have the bodies. Why did we even offer him a plea deal for 3 lives? I'm confused. I don't understand. Like I'm confused. Why am I talking to him about a plea deal? I don't need him to talk to me. I don't need no plea deal. I don't need him to show me what the body's at. I don't need him to show me what the murder weapons at. Why am I giving him 30?
Tammy would make a full recovery, and she would later be able to definitively confirm it was Jimmy that had attacked her.
And I got a witness. Shouldn't it have been attempted murder? Y'all didn't even get him for attempted? 35 for 3.
Pretty dark story of greed and random violence for what he did, chicken change. how horrifying what he did to the victims in this story. It is a truly dark, grim, disturbing story of, yeah, a very, very evil. Like, to do the shit he did, you have to be truly, truly top dog evil in the evil rankings. That'll do it for this old one. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Means a lot to me that you are here. Hope you enjoyed this old video, and guess what? I'll see you in the next one, which will be up real soon. So, you know, give that a go, or don't, or just do whatever you want to do. But please take care of each other and yourselves, because I love you.
Say about
Bye.
that, to be quite honest, that's just disrespectful on so many levels. Even if I have to say so myself, disrespectful in so many levels. I don't know what's going on with Jay-Z right now. It's like that. Now, I did hear that a freak on tape was leaked. I was like, what? I was so tempted to log in on X. I was so tempted to log in on X because I know that they don't look places going to have it. It's the only place that's gonna have it. Just saying. Just saying. It's gonna be the only place that got it. Do I want to see? No. Like, y'all should have just made a OnlyFans and let people subscribe and see it versus trying to leak it and that's just me. Okay, let me see what's going on over here. I be deviating.
Get started
It's supposed to be true
at
crime. I'm gonna just leave it right there and save it for another day. Cause I don't, like I said, I don't want to deviate from the topic at hand. And the topic at hand is True Crime Sundays. I'll be back tomorrow. Technically today. It's Monday. All right. I'll be back sometime tonight. It's Vlog Me Mondays. So I'm gonna be vlogging. You know, talking and stuff. Q&A sessions, things of that such. We'll see. It's my first Vlog Me Monday. So we'll see how it goes. But technically, I'm not supposed to, like, consume any type of content. I'm just supposed to be, you know, talking, conversing, things of that such. So I have to save my momentum to be able to obviously come back tonight. Since I didn't take no nap today. Don't worry. I'm gonna go straight to bed. Usually I have to watch a movie to like wind myself down, but luckily that's not the case for me right now. I am going to be able to successfully I'm gonna try. You know, I think I'm gonna work on my thumbnail. That's probably what I should do now. Give me a second. Let me try to find like a good background for this Vlogme thumbnail. I need a thumbnail. I made the thumbnail that's on the with the thumbprint that says True Crime, and then I just put Sundays on it, and then I added the emojis because emojis are life at this point. I am looking for an image. Oh, I gotta get a Q-tip. My ear is draining. Let's see if I can maybe find something. Before somebody wake up. Hey, you can calm all that screaming down, sir. Fuck, I can't even hear. I'm finna spaz on him in a minute. I just told him to stop out of there. I don't think he played it yet. Hold on. Hit the emoji. Okay, change that color to white, cause I'm looking for a font. I found the background. I'm gonna see if I like it. I gotta find a font. Maybe I should stick to the chalk dust. I like that chalk duster. Nobody else really be. Oh. Okay, it's vlog me. Telling you I was about to get rid of this pass. I can't even hear. could change this too. Everybody else is gonna like. She just got so much colors already going on right now that I'm not even gonna be able to. You see what I mean? Like nothing other than white. I probably can't even use black just because she got like so much colors going on. Let's see what the yellow. Vlog Me Mondays. Man, she got so many colors. I may have to change this. I can save it though. Let's see. Hold on, give me a second. Let me grab it real quick, and then I'll show you what this was the first one that I just made. Hold on, give me a second. Let me pull it up here. Not this one. Probably should just stick to that chalk dust. Girl, boy, this. Okay, move it out the way. I'm finna pull it up. I had to. You know how this goes. Okay. This was the first one that I made. Vlog Me Mondays. I like it. So much colors going on. It was hard to like choose a word color because it like she has everybody in here. Blue, red, orange, green, purple. I'm like, and then the white with the Mondays, I was just like, ugh. What is this? What is this? Oh, she's nice. Look at this. Isn't she lovely? I like that. Maybe I should screenshot it and save it for later. I'll come back to it. I won't be able to write on it. We got book club Thursday. What did I say? What was Tuesday? Do I have a Tuesday? Please delete the Home Depot app. No, not yet. I don't think we have a Tuesday yet. But we do have Vlog Me Mondays. We do have book club Thursdays. I still haven't came up with a Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it might be content prep. I think it's content prep Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was I believe that was what I boiled it down to. Content prep Tuesday. Okay, sister. I don't know why I do that. Right. I don't know why I be doing that. Like, we live and we learn. Don't try to put the... Ooh, that cursive is doing too much for me right now. Oh, that cursive is doing way too much. Snail round hound. Round hand. Read. I saw it. Okay, let me find somebody else. Okay. And tone that down. 143. So I'll put that one. And then, okay. Let me find that font. There'd be so many of them that you have to know. Just have to know the font. Other than Arial. Oh, copper plate. I love a good copper plate. I do love me a good copper plate. That's somebody I know. Look, you just have to know the font. Okay, so I think I want to stick to the evolution of a content creator. I think I'm gonna put each word in its own particular box. And then give me evolution. The evolution. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. I like that. It was something about that. Okay. Content. Spell. Go to the opposite side. The evolution. Okay. Okay. All right. Tuesday is the evolution of a content creator. I believe I already have. I gotta put it on the calendar. So I'll know. And then I have to put the repeat every week. So that way it'll remind me every Tuesday. The evolution of a content creator. I like that yellow. I like that font. Copper plate. I feel like if I was to just maybe change the font color, something about that yellow. That purple is too dark. We can go lighter. Let me see. It's doing too much. Stick to the yellow. I really don't see any other color. The evolution of a content creator. I think I have to. Oh, God. I don't know what the fuck. I'm trying to press save and I fucking hit the trash can. It just so blowed me. What was I saying? I was so irritated. so irritated me. Because I knew I was going to forget what I was about to say. The emojis, I have to like screenshot it and then like edit it again to add the emojis. For some reason, it just won't let me. I could try. Let me see. That was just really irritated me. I ain't even gonna hold you like. Of a content. God, that just irritated me. Like, unintentionally too, because I'm like, okay, press save. I guess because I was thinking that I would have to edit again. But I may not have to. Let me see if I can get an emoji there. Alright. I need an emoji. Somebody. I'm thinking. I'm getting better and better at this, huh? Indeed. Where is that caterpillar? One more. Okay. So I need a third emoji. Just trying to see. I need some music. But I don't want to hear your mouth. I haven't heard Om Ganesha. Om Ganesha. Oh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, why you over there by the trash can? You ain't even cropped it. I was doing too much. Please forgive me. My goodness. I was listening to lo-fi earlier. Some people call her lo-fi. I call her Lofty Girl. Let me change it. Okay, that's Vlog Me Mondays. I'm gonna just keep that one. I'm not gonna make another one. Let me show you the second one I just made for the evolution of a content creator. It doesn't have Tuesday in it, so you just have to like know that the evolution of a content creator is for Tuesdays. I can't put it in the title. It was gonna be Content Prep Tuesday. You see what I mean? Like, I should have stuck with that one, but it's really the evolution of a content creator. For some reason, I just can't let it go. Hold on, let me see. I might be able to. No, it's fine. Is this the thumbnail? Okay, there it is. I got it. Okay. This is what I was working on. I can zoom so that way you can kind of like see it a little bit. Okay, wait, hold on. It's, I mean, the best I can do is just kind of like scroll right there. So you have the evolution of a content creator. All right, I'll move me out the way. What's for Wednesdays? I know we got book clubs on Thursdays, so I'm not necessarily sure what Wednesday will be. I think it was supposed to be What's Up With My Algorithm Tuesdays, and then it was supposed to be Content Prep Wednesdays. But I guess I can do What's Up With My Algorithm on Wednesdays. You know, watch some YouTube. Since it's Vlog Me Mondays, the evolution of a content creator Tuesdays, and then What's Up With My Algorithm, and then that'll be book club on Thursdays. So at least we can have like something, you know, like to help us out. Can you please stop doing that? That is so irritating. What did I just say? What's up with my algorithm? I guess I gotta get out and get from over here with these chakras. Give me a second. Girl, I love when you be coming in. Oh, give me a second. I'm trying to. I got it. Hold on, I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm finna get off here. I was trying to meal prep for the week. So pretty sleepy. I didn't get no nap. I didn't get a nap. I'm so tired. Oh no. I'm looking. Trying to find somebody that's gonna jump out at me. What's up with my algorithm? Wednesdays. That nigga got the air on. I need to. I'm tired. You know how many times I just yawn? Okay, that's fine. Because I feel like if I just keep pushing it, then I won't like. I feel like I'll just end up settling for something. So I'll come back. I'll come back. Nobody's popping out at me right now. As far as what I want, like what I'm looking for, and I need to hurry up because if I don't, then I'll get caught up trying to clean up, put the ring light up, shut the computer down, put the phone up, put the phone stand up, put the headphones up, clean up the water, clean up the food, clean up the plate. I might have to go with her. Let me see. I have to go with her. I just told this guy to stop screaming. He is gonna piss me off so bad right now. Give me somebody else. I don't want that phone. Oh, this chair. I feel like when I be having it up too high, I don't like stretch my back. I always be slouching. It's so her cute. Oh, I like that phone. Give me a second. Let me find it. The structure. You gotta get smaller than that, my love. This is why I put everybody in their own box because I can't. Am I not able to? Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to screenshot it again, so that way I can get it on full. Cause I can't. No, ma'am. Just open up the video. Let me see where she at. Yeah, this. Okay. He just so loud. It just so loud. It just feel like irritating you at some point. And he just be screaming for like no reason. It's like send him one of them STFU exclamation point or something. Are you okay? Because I was about to say just up. is really small. It might be the font. Give me some emojis and then I'm over this. Just give me my emojis and I'll be out of your hair. Thank you. Because I don't have time for this. Even though I do like it. I like it. I like it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I actually like it. You know, I gotta get the emojis. Come on, come on. I'm obsessed with the emojis, you know. I'm so obsessed with the emojis. They just really change the dynamics of communication. If you don't know, you should try it. You should try it. You should be surprised, you know. Mouse in if I was gonna be doing all this clicking. Is this a screenshot? Is this a screenshot? Is this a okay? I couldn't tell what we were doing. All right, let's see. Get on over. Get on there, Missy Mail. Alright. Should I keep it or should I delete it? Delete that shit. What did I just delete? Oh no. Go to the trash can, get it. Oh no. I wasn't trying to do I was I'll get it. I'll get it. It's. Oh, I did it. Hey, what did I just delete then? Where is, yes, I know I had deleted you. Okay, yeah. Where's that? Full screen this real quick so I can, where's that recover? Where's that recover button? Is there a button that says where is it? This, you know, oh, you gotta drag it out of the trash. I don't know why I thought that it was a recover button. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if I can drag it out of the trash can. I think you have to. Okay, put you back on the desktop then. Like, jeez, let me see. Did you put? Okay, it was. I was trying to delete this one, and I hadn't clicked. I was still clicked on it. Oh my god. All right. All right. Phew. Goodness gracious. Let me show you what I was working on. What's the hashtag for today? Momentum Mondays and Monday grind. You know the grind hit different on Mondays. Allegedly. Don't try to be quoting me on stuff. Just, take it for what it is. But the grind do hit different on Mondays. That's why it's called Monday grind. And then Momentum Mondays. Because that momentum, it hit different on Mondays. I'm just saying. All right, hold on. All right, so we have our thumbnail for Sundays, True Crime Sundays. We have our thumbnail for Mondays, Vlog Me Mondays. Probably have to go over there and check out what the thumbnails look like. I believe I have like a little option where I can turn the camera around, right? Hold on. I know, I see it. Oh, probably have to cut that green screen off, huh? Okay. All right, so we have what's up with my algorithm. That's for what? Wednesdays. What's up with my algorithm Wednesdays? And then we have Vlog Me Mondays. And then, of course, you should already know True Crime Sundays. And then last but not least, then we have the evolution of a content creator. So we've been trying to get our thumbnails together so that way I ain't gotta be hawking down no quotes and stuff. Don't forget, okay, it's official. We're going to go see Brigitte. She got some cream and stuff on her. It's no issue. We're going to go see Brigitte when we get a chance. But in the meantime, in between time, love you, bye. Wait. I know. Did I put it up? It's okay. Some had told me, oh no, you're gonna log off. You don't need any. I prefer not to give dry kisses. Because I know that people don't like dry kisses and stuff. But in the